We are here at the Manasquan Reservoir. There's a track here around the lake, the reservoir that circles about 5¼ miles. I've been out here for the past 4 months training for redemption to go back out to the Grand Canyon and take on a race known as the Grand to Grand Ultra, representing Jar of Hope, a foundation we started in July of 2014 because my son, James Anthony Raffone, was diagnosed in September of 2013 with a terminal muscle wasting disease known as Duchenne muscular dystrophy. He was going through his first year of preschool. Did my wife and the preschool teacher notice that he was not keeping up with the other boys doing physical activity. So my wife pushed to have a genetic test done. September 13th, it was 1:45 in the afternoon, we received a phone call that my son was given this diagnosis. And since then, it turned our world upside down. It took us a while to really put our head around it. I actually went for 6 second opinions. I went on a very long battle for a couple of months and then came to realize that nobody knows anything and there really is nothing to do for these children. Living with my son 24 hours a day, it weighs on our mind from the moment he goes to bed to worrying about the next day when he wakes up, to when he gets out of bed, to going down the stairs, to what he's going to eat, to what he's going to drink. Are we doing everything in our daily life that can possibly help him not lose muscle tissue? The trajectory of the disease wants to put him in a wheelchair by the age of 12. Some kids at 8 years of age are already in wheelchairs. Some kids at 13 are already quadriplegics. So we're hoping this can change that and give him a better quality of life at this young age, where potentially in the next 4 years they may find something for him that can cure this disease. So when you tell somebody, I'm going to run 170 miles in the desert for 7 days and the only thing that I have is what I can carry on my back, it raises eyebrows. And it's very difficult for people to understand the desperation I have to save my son's life. It's the 6th deadliest race in the world. You're running an average of a marathon a day. It's a staged race, so you have to get to a certain point in a certain time. And if you're not there, then they got to come look for you. And people do drop out on a daily basis. Last year we ran it. I did not finish it. The altitude, I succumbed to the altitude because we started 5,200 feet above sea level. By the 3rd day, we're at 8,600 feet. Unfortunately, I have a tear in my ACL now in my left leg. And it's going to be a challenge to get through the race once again with that, because the last 6 or 7 weeks when I tore it, obviously I had to lay off. So to do these types of events are to show people my desperation that I want to save my son's life and beat this disease. I think Jar of Hope collectively, with all its supporters, have raised a tremendous amount of awareness, and it was sparked by a push-up campaign that we started, and Jar of Hope is using the tool of a push-up as a way of teaching people that children with Duchenne muscular dystrophy will never be strong enough to do one push-up. So Jar of Hope has fully engaged the health and fitness community to get behind this muscle wasting disease. It only makes sense. So it raises a great amount of awareness for the community that really benefits the community. Not initially, there's no cure yet, but without awareness and without funding, we're never going to get there. And then it's really spawned into, because I've got to meet an environment of other kids where my heart goes out to those families. So I want to help them and their child as well. So it's such a bigger thing, Jar of Hope, than just my son.